Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name's Catherine, if you didn't already know. As you'll see by the title, today I'm going to be talking about my recent experience with Carbon Blush. I basically had a non-surgical facelift to kind of enhance my face. So yeah, if you want to kind of see my experience and hear my thoughts on that, then do keep on watching. But a little disclaimer, if you're someone that is kind of like doesn't like looking at needles or anything like that, then don't watch this video. And also, if you're kind of offended or don't agree with the whole like filler facial enhancement procedure sort of thing, then don't watch this video either, because it won't be for you. And this is just a personal choice. I'm obviously sharing my experience. Yeah, I hope you find this video useful, and if you do, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe down below, and other than that, let's get into it. Good morning. It's a bit of a different video for me today actually. So I'm going to be taking you guys with me to Carbon Blush Clinic, which I'm visiting today. I'm so excited. I'm basically going there to get a facial treatment that is going to snatch my face. I'll take you with me and show you what it's like. Come with me to get snatched. I thought I would show you what I'm wearing before I go, because I'm really vibing this outfit. So this is a lounge set from House of CB. It's kind of like a neutral sort of stone colour, and then I've got it with my new trainers, which you'll probably have seen on my Instagram. It's so comfy as well and like so soft, and it says like House of CB here, and then it says like House of CB here, and it's just really cute and comfy. So yeah, that's what I'm wearing. I'd say if you're going to order this lounge like set, I'd size down. When I get loungewear, I usually like size up so that it's like baggy and really comfortable. But this is so oversized, so I'd say size down, because I actually ordered it in medium to start with, and the trousers were so big, but I thought, oh, it'll be fine, like I'll get away with it, I'll just wear it super oversized. And so I cut the label off because I was like, oh, it'll be fine. And then I basically put them on, was like wearing them, and then they like fell down, and then like my mum and dad were like creasing at me, and they were like, no, this is ridiculous, like order a smaller size. So I basically got the extra small now, which fits perfectly. So yeah, I'd say definitely size down. And if anyone wants these tracksuit bottoms in medium, hit me up, because I've cut the label off, so I can't return them basically. I'll leave it linked down below. They might even have it on sale still, I don't know. But yeah, I'm just ordering my Uber and now I'm gonna go, so I'll see you at the clinic.
Beautiful Catherine here today. Look at her gorgeous face. And we're just going to do a little bit of jawline definition. She's got beautiful jawline anyway, but we're just going to literally just enhance it slightly more to give a slight lift and slightly more definition here. So we're going to do the mini Kimmy lift here at Carbon Blush today. So right now I'm just going to numb her. Line back, my darling. Perfect. So we use a really strong 23% lidocaine that we get from Switzerland, so it's really strong. We'll numb her really beautifully. We're going to inject. So see, she's got beautiful young skin. She doesn't need too much. So we're just going to inject around here, and this area here, like that. Perfect. No scratches. Good go.
So I've just got back from my treatment at Carbon Blush and the girls there were just so lovely. I couldn't recommend it enough. They even gave me a little blushy box which has some lovely goodies in it. One of their candles, so this is the Soul Bloom candle and this is a rose and vanilla scented candle. So it's like a marble pink. It smells so nice. And then there's some of their Petal Power serum, which is like a skin serum, which helps for collagen synthesis and skin plumping. So I'm going to be using this as well over the next couple of days to kind of help with my treatment. But as you can see, like I've hardly got any bruising. It might come out a bit later, but over the next couple of days, but it'll go down and it's fine. And it's just kind of like subtle, like really subtle enhancement. So yeah, it was a really lovely experience. The clinic was so nice, really lovely setting. So yeah, it was really nice, really easy to get to as well if you're based in London. Like it really wasn't difficult. Everything was obviously COVID safe and stuff. So yeah, I'm really pleased with the treatment, and yeah, everyone was so lovely, so I couldn't recommend it more, to be honest. I'll probably sit down in a couple of days, kind of show you what my face is looking like, and kind of talk about my experience with kind of fillers in general, because I've never really sat down and spoken about exactly what I've had done, just to give you an idea. But yeah, this is the latest. So this was the Kimmy Skin Lift. So it's like a non-surgical facelift. So it's actually the next day and I've done like a full face of makeup just to show you kind of what my face is now looking like and how well makeup sits on it once you've had your filler. So I had bruised, you can't see, but I bruised a tiny bit on my cheeks, but I haven't actually bruised anywhere else. You can kind of see like how snatched my jawline is, and just like the kind of slight lift to my cheeks. So obviously did have filler in there before, so this is more of a top up for me rather than a first kind of like injection of filler into those areas. The procedure really doesn't take long. It takes the best part of 45 minutes to do. At Carbon Blush, they actually kind of sat me down, talked me through it. Obviously I've had it before, so I kind of know the gist, but you could ask any questions. Then they map out kind of where they're going to inject on your face, and then apply the numbing cream, let it sit for like 10-15 minutes, and then obviously inject the filler. There's different types of fillers you can get, so different places offer different fillers, which some are more like kind of hard and rigid and create more structure. Some are a bit lighter, so it's more natural. I've had a combination of different ones in the past, so I've probably got a mixture kind of in my face. But without getting too much into it, because I don't want to have to go through and justify like why I've had it, because that's actually quite personal to me, but I'm really open to talking about it. Like when people ask me questions, I obviously do give them the information that they want, and I don't kind of like say that my face is natural, because it's really not. Like I've had quite a lot over the last couple of years. So it started with my lips, which I started to get filler probably like 2.5 years ago now, and I've kind of just built it up over the last couple of years. I might insert a picture of what I look like with no filler and then how it's progressed. And then I went on to get cheek filler. Again, that was probably almost 2 years ago now. And I gradually kind of topped that up, and that's kind of just helped create much more of a cheekbone structure, which I didn't have before. Like some people are naturally blessed with really chiseled faces. They have beautiful jawlines, beautiful cheeks. I didn't have that, so I've built that up over the last kind of couple of years to help create more of like a heart-shaped face, because that's kind of the aesthetic I personally like. Then I went on to get my jaw and chin area done, so I had a bit of chin filler to kind of bring this forward, and I started to have filler here to kind of give it more of a structure and more of that snatched look. I did go for that quite a few times, so again, it's something I've built up. And more recently, I actually had a bit of Botox under this section of my jaw to actually kind of flatten it in rather than bulking it out and making it square, to keep the heart shape kind of face that I'm going for. I've actually been to various different clinics over the last couple of years, and I've never once had a bad experience. Everywhere I've gone has always been amazing and kind of really worked with me to help me achieve the result I've wanted to. The reason I've gone to different places is because I've just been offered different experiences. But Carbon Blush is based in Harley Street in Marylebone, so it's not that far from. I went there as the treatment was kindly offered to me, so that's the reason I decided to go to that clinic on this occasion. But I've been to other clinics in the past, and as I said, I've had it in various places and it has made a change to my face, which I like. So yeah, I'd say I'm probably more of an extreme case in terms of how my face used to look versus how it looks now, and the actual structure of my face now. And obviously makeup does enhance that too, like contouring, adding highlight, different things you do to create different shapes within your face. But there, you can get filler and it look natural. I'm not a good example of that. But I know people that have had it, and obviously you see it on Instagram, where they've just had like little adjustments just to enhance features, or just probably to make themselves feel more confident. And it's not to say you shouldn't be confident if you don't have filler, but it comes down to personal reasons and why you choose to do that. So my opinion is you can have, like, go wild. If you want it, go for it. Like, and no one should tell you that you shouldn't. But I also understand that I'm not saying to people you have to have it in order to feel beautiful, you have to have it in order to look a certain way. Like, no, absolutely not. Some people are naturally blessed and good for them, congratulations, but I'm not. So over the years I've built it up and I've created a face that I'm happy with, and I like my more defined structure and more of a heart shape face, which I wouldn't have otherwise. Anyone that is like interested and hasn't had like filler before, the main questions I always get asked is, oh my god, is it painful, especially about lips? And what I'd say is, if you go to the right place, it shouldn't be painful. They should always apply numbing cream to you so that you don't really feel it. It's more like a sharp scratch or pinch. And also go to a place where either people have recommended it, or you see really good like before and afters on their Instagram, for example. And the thing with filler is that it's not permanent. So filler dissolves, especially if you have a fast metabolism, it will dissolve quicker. And after time it breaks down. So you have to either get it topped up, you can get it fully dissolved, or it will just start to dissolve naturally and the shape will begin to lose and go back to how it used to look. So yeah, it's one of those things where you could have it done and you could have like a tiny bit. So this is another thing I didn't realise when I first got it done, is there's different amounts you can have. So you could have 1/2 ml, you could have a whole ml, you could have a package where you get various amounts of ml on your face. So with lips, when I first started getting them done, I would have 1 ml at a time. But some people only need 1/2 ml if their lips aren't big to start with. But I had quite a lot of space for them to fill. So I probably needed 1 ml, like 1/2 ml wouldn't have made a difference. Whereas if I'm going for a top up, I might just have 1/2 ml just to keep them topped up. I thought someone was knocking at the door. So yeah, and but the main question I get is it painful? And yeah, if you go to the right place, then it shouldn't be. It's one of those things, if you're constantly thinking about it, then just do it. Like, just do it. Because the worst thing that could happen is you don't like it and you get it dissolved. Like, it's not a permanent procedure. So yeah, if it's something you're interested in and you're genuinely like always thinking about it and thinking, oh, I really want to get it done, then just do it, because you won't regret it, I don't think. Like, I've never gone and then come home and thought, I shouldn't have done that. But I would say it's one of those things, once you start getting it done, you are kind of like tempted to go again and be like, oh, what could I have done today? Or what else could I have done? Oh, is this going to make a difference? Blah, blah, blah. So yeah, it's slightly an endless cycle, but if you're not as obsessive, like I've said this so many times, like I'm such an obsessive character that I kind of get hooked into things and probably do go a bit overboard with it, and I'm not afraid to admit that. But if you have more control than me, then you could probably just go and see what the results are like and just have it gradually built up. And obviously there is a cost involved, so it's if you can comfortably afford it as well. So I'd say if you're in a position to do it, then why not? But again, it's just personal choice, absolutely a personal thing. To each and every person will view it differently, and that's absolutely fine. That's probably as much as I'm going to talk about it today. Possibly in the future I could do a video more kind of like Q&A style, or talk more, not deeply, because that's probably a really dramatic word, but I don't want to have to get into me justifying the whole backstory of why I've had it done. Like, do you know what I mean? It's personal to everyone. So yeah, it's just one of those things. And do your research, make sure you're going to a legitimate place, and I'd say don't go somewhere that's ridiculously cheap, because they're probably not going to do a good job. It's one of those things where you need to invest and make sure you're going to a legitimate place. So that's my only kind of like word of warning. But apart from that, as I said, it's not a permanent thing. So if you really, really hated it, you could always get it dissolved. I hope you found this useful. Do feel free to DM me if you have any questions. I'm more than happy to answer them. I am very open to talking about it, but it's just I'm cautious that I don't want to kind of over talk about it and almost like shove it down people's throats to a point where you think that I think that it's the only like solution and you're only pretty if you have filler, because I absolutely don't think that. I'm going to leave it here because I'll either be going on for ages, won't be making sense, or say the wrong thing. So I'm just going to leave it. And yeah, I hope you found this video useful, and I'll be sure to leave down below all the details to Carbon Blush. And thanks again to them for kindly sorting out this experience for me. Give it a thumbs up if you did, subscribe down below, follow me on Instagram as well, and I'm sure I'll see you very soon with another video. Bye.